It's so mundane. What exciting things will happen today? The yard is full of hard rubbish, it's a mess, and I guess the neighbors must think we run a meth lab. We should amend that. I pull the sheets back, it's 40 degrees and I feel like I'm dying. Life's getting hard in here, so I do some gardening. Anything to take my mind away from where it's supposed to be. The nice lady next door talks of green beds and all the nice things that she wants to plant in them. I want to grow tomatoes on the front steps, sunflowers, bean sprouts, sweet corn and radishes. I feel proactive, I pull out weeds. All of a sudden, I'm having trouble breathing in. 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 Shaky, my knees are weak. I can't seem to stand on my own 2 feet. I'm breathing but I'm wheezing, feel like I'm emphyseming. My throat feels like a funnel filled with Weet-Bix and kerosene. And oh no, next thing I know they call up AAA. I'd rather die than owe the hospital till I get old. I get adrenaline straight to the heart. I feel like Uma Thurman post-overdose and kickstart. Reminds me of the time when I was really sick and I had too much pseudoephedrine and I couldn't sleep at night. Halfway down High Street and he looks ambivalent. He's probably wondering what I'm doing getting in an ambulance. The paramedic thinks I'm clever cause I play guitar. I think she's clever cause she stops people dying. Anaphylactic and super hypochondriac. Should have stayed in bed today. I much prefer the mundane. I take a hit from an asthma puffer. I do it wrong. I was never good at...
Okay guys, that was Courtney Barnett with Avant Gardener. I like how she talks about gardening, growing tomatoes on the front steps and whatnot. She's from Australia, and I even met a bunch of Australians this summer, various places in China and in Myanmar, and none of them had heard of Courtney Barnett. So it's interesting that she's becoming pretty popular in our indie music scene, and she's not even known by any Australians, apparently, any young Australians that I had met. Anyway, she's very cool. She's got a good new record out. Anyway, and I learned about her music from WXPN, right, 88.5. So, solving exponential equations, when you're solving for the exponent, okay, you want to make sure the bases are the same on both sides. So number 1 is easy. You have 5 to some power equals 5 to something else. You just set the exponents equal, all right, and you get negative 11. The next one I made up, this is a problem from your packet, right? The next one I made up kind of based upon that, but something a little more challenging, where you don't have the same base, but you can create the same base if you just recognize the different numbers on each side as powers of the same number. Like 25 is a power of 5. Well, 1/5 is also a power of 5, 5 to the negative first. So we substitute in order to get that common base of 5. 5 squared goes in place of the 25. 5 to the negative 1 goes in place of the 1/5. Now we're multiplying exponents, so we get 4x minus 6 equals negative 3x minus 8. I've set those equal because, again, once we have the same base, we can just set the exponents equal. Okay? So we get the answer is negative 2/7. The next one, I changed around because the cube root of 125 It's just 5. It would have worked out very nicely. I wanted to do something a little more challenging. The cube root of 25. Well, 25, the inside part of that is 5 squared, right? And the cube root means the 1/3 power, right? The nth root of something means the 1/nth power. So the cube root means the 1/3. So essentially what we have here is 5 squared being raised to the 1/3. 5 squared being raised, where's that here for a second? 5 squared to the 1/3. Okay? So we have 5 to the 2 times 1/3 is 2/3. So we have 5 to the 2/3 x. That's where I got this from. Okay? I started to do stuff over here, but then I thought I would explain it when I went over the problems vocally. All right? 5 to the 2/3 x equals, now we have division here, so we want to take into account the numerator and the denominator separately. 25 is 5 to the second, so we would replace that. And we now have 5 to the 2x plus 4 in the bottom. Now, because we're subtracting, because we're dividing with like bases, we subtract the exponents, right? X to the 9th divided by x to the 6th is x to the 3rd. We just subtract exponents. The base stays the same. 5 to this over 5 to that is 5 to the power 3 minus x minus the quantity 2x plus 4. Make sure you parenthesize that quantity. You're subtracting not just the 2x, but the entire expression. So now we have 5 to the 2/3 x power equals 5 to the 3 minus x minus 2x. So minus x minus 2x is minus 3x, minus 4 from the 3, and we got minus 1. So now we finally have a nice problem to solve, right? They're a little bit tedious, but this is a goal. We want to get 5 to this equals 5 to that, and then we have to solve a basic linear equation, in this case, 2/3 x equals 2/3 x equals negative 3x minus 1. I'm going to multiply it all by 3 to get rid of the fraction. So we get 2x equals negative 9x minus 3. I'm going to add the 9x. We get 11x equals negative 3. So x equals negative 3/11. My friend Rachel's birthday is March 11th. So that worked out kind of nicely. All right, so again, just a little intro to Courtney Barnett, first and foremost, and secondly to solving exponential equations. All right, when you can't get the bases the same, like 2 to the x power equals 7 or something, we've got to use logarithms.